Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. I wasn't planning on filming today. Today is actually Wednesday and I never start my weekend reading vlogs on Wednesdays. So this is weird, but last night I had a little burst of inspiration and I was preparing for what I was gonna do this weekend. I was thinking just, a normal routine reading vlog, and it will still be in a lot of ways that way, but I was trying to think of what book to read and I couldn't narrow it down. I recently did a haul video where I was talking about some of the books that I've most recently purchased and acquired, and these books stood out to me as the ones that I really want to get to sooner than later, the ones that I'm the most intrigued by right now. They are right here: The Girl Before, That Weekend, The Housemaid, The Charmed Wife, Stay Awake, Win Me Something, Anxious People, and A Magic Steeped in Poison. And I was thinking that it would be fun to have those that follow me on Instagram to help vote for which books to read. And then I was thinking about how in sports you have these tournament brackets to help narrow down, and you can see who is going to be the winner. And so I decided to randomly pair these books together and make kind of like a tournament bracket, and I figured that Instagram will help me decide what to read this weekend. So I made this little tournament bracket and then I went ahead and put the pairs together and had everyone vote on them. I just posted that. I don't think a lot of results are in quite yet. I'm going to wait a whole 24 hours, so I'm doing this far enough in advance, if I thought this through well enough, that tomorrow will be a round 2, and then Friday will be the final round between the last 2 books. I'm so excited to watch the results come in and see who wins this round and then also tomorrow, and then find out ultimately what I'll be reading this weekend. The books that are going head to head, battling it out to see which one I'll read this weekend, are currently The Housemaid and The Charmed Wife, The Girl Before and That Weekend, Win Me Something and Stay Awake, and then Anxious People and A Magic Steeped in Poison. These are the 4 pairings, the total of 8 books that everyone is voting on for round 1 of today. And tomorrow I'll check in and we'll see who is entering round 2 of this TBR tournament. Hello, it's Thursday and I'm back to check the results of the showdown. I just realized right before I started filming this that I definitely did the math wrong. Which, who is surprised? Not me. I failed math every year I was in school. But today is Thursday, so we'll get the 4 top finalists, which will run for 24 hours, into Friday, which is then narrowed down to the 2 finalists, which would run for 24 hours, giving me the actual finalist on Saturday, not Friday, like I wanted it to. I'm so annoyed. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a few options. I'll figure it out once I get there. I want to get to the results. I'm dying to know. I made sure not to check because I wanted it to be a surprise, so I have no idea which books won. I did really quick though want to do a prediction of what I think was going to win. So between The Girl Before and That Weekend, I feel like That Weekend is going to win. Between Anxious People and Magic Steeped in Poison, I feel like Anxious People is going to win. Between Stay Awake and Win Something, I feel like Stay Awake is going to win. And between The Charmed Wife and The Housemaid, I feel like The Housemaid is going to win. We'll see if my predictions are correct. I also meant to yesterday do an overarching prediction, and I believe that the book that is going to come out on top, I feel like I know my Instagram friends fairly well, and I do feel like it's going to come down to Stay Awake and The Housemaid, and I feel like The Housemaid is going to win. I could be surprised, but that's what I feel like is going to win. Let's see what round 1 has in store for us regarding the results. I'm so excited. Okay, so The Charmed Wife and The Housemaid, I said that The Housemaid was going to win, and I was correct. It was 27% versus 73% for The Housemaid, kind of won by a landslide. So far my predictions are correct. Oh my gosh, what? What? So Anxious People and A Magic Steeped in Poison came out 50-50. An actual tie. I am Floored. This makes no sense. Okay, I'm gonna look at the analytics because I'm very curious about this. So 590 people saw this story. Oh, the votes aren't split. Interesting. I wonder how that happens. I had 156 people vote for Anxious People, and I had 158 people vote for Magic Steeped in Poison. So technically, Magic Steeped in Poison did win, but the percentage is off. I don't totally understand that, but I was actually wrong on that prediction, and Magic Steeped in Poison was the winner. Okay, and the next one was between Win Me Something and Stay Awake. Stay Awake won by 67%, so I was correct about that one too. And then The Girl Before and That Weekend, oh my gosh, that one was so close too. It was between 49% and 51% in favor of That Weekend, so I was correct about that one. Okay, interesting. Here are the round one finalists. This is so fun. I can't get over how close it was between Magic Steeped in Poison and Anxious People. That still blows my mind. And That Weekend and The Girl Before. Super, super close. So these are the 4 finalists. I do kind of feel like my prediction is gonna be right. Going head to head then in this round 2 battle, a Magic Steeped in Poison and The Housemaid, and then That Weekend and Stay Awake. Check back in tomorrow. We'll see who wins round 2. Hello, we made it to Friday. It's currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm ready to see the results of who won. So between The Housemaid and Magic Steeped in Poison, I feel like The Housemaid is going to win. And it did. It was fairly close, I will say. It wasn't like a landslide by any means. And then between Stay Awake and That Weekend, I feel like Stay Awake won. It did. That Weekend was 35% and Stay Awake was 65%. So it definitely won out in the end. Okay, so we have our top 2 contenders, which so far my predictions are spot on. I had a feeling it was going to come down to these 2, and I still feel like The Housemaid is going to win, but I feel like it's going to be really, really close. I'll even go further in my prediction and say that I think The Housemaid is going to win at like 52%. No, wait. Let me say 56%. 56. That's my prediction. 56, that would make this 56 to 44. Math is hard, but I think that this is gonna win at 56%. We will check in tomorrow and find out. I did decide that I'm going to just wait the full 24 hours. I will start reading on Saturday. I'm still confident that I can get through either one of these in 24 hours, but tonight we'll just kind of hang out as per usual in my weekend vlogs. As always, I am working. I'm currently on my lunch break, but I do have to finish up my work day. My hair is being weird. I'm trying to embrace my natural textured hair as of recently, like only within the last week or so. It's a process. I watched a video last night that said it usually is worse before it gets better, and that's just how I feel right now. And I just realized the settings have been so bright on this shot the whole time. Okay, anyway, bear with me this weekend with this hair, because I like it. If I could go like this and like talk to people like this, but like, I don't know, when it just all okay, we're gonna work with it. It's fine. I'm gonna finish out the rest of my lunch break and check back in after work. Since I'm not gonna be really reading until tomorrow, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna spend my night. I'll have to talk to Andrew and see if there's anything he wants to do, but I will definitely check back in a little bit. Hello, it is Saturday. I definitely meant to check in yesterday and things just didn't go that way, so it's okay. We're here today, it's fine. Yesterday I did get done with work. I had to go to Lowe's. I wanted to go to Lowe's instead of Home Depot because I'm doing a few things on my kitchen. Clearly you can tell by the way my cabinets look right now. And Lowe's has a better paint selection, I feel, than Home Depot. So Andrew came home after work and picked me up, and I totally told him that there was a Lowe's by the Home Depot that we go to, and there's not. There's 2 Home Depots where we live. Basically, we drove in the complete opposite direction. He's like, you can go, and I'm like, okay. So came back here, dropped him off, went to Lowe's, ended up taking 10 years to pick paint. Then I wanted to go to Walmart. I was there forever. I got home. I was so tired and hungry and kind of cranky. And then Andrew was like, do you want to watch a movie? And I was like, honestly, a movie sounds great. We ended up watching the movie called Old. It's by like M. Night Shyamalan, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Weirdest movie ever, and not like in a good way. It was so bizarre. If you've never seen that movie, it's about this island that is on this like crazy, I don't know, magnetic field of some kind or whatever. It makes people like age really, really fast. Like they age 1 year every 30 minutes. Which is like the coolest concept ever. And I thought I was gonna love it. And it's supposed to be a little bit scary. It was just weird. It was so bizarre. I'm not a movie critic, but it was definitely not my cup of tea. So anyway, went to bed, woke up, took our time getting ready today, and now that brings us here. So the voting for the books is still happening. It's still up on my stories. I'm gonna wait. I think I only have about 30 minutes left to wait. In the meantime, I thought it would be fun to show you what I got from Lowe's, what I'm working on in my kitchen, because I'm kind of excited about it. And then also I got some fun packages. And I know that there's books in here, so I'm gonna do a really quick book haul too while we wait for this countdown to finally figure out what I'm gonna be reading. Okay, let me open this. Oh, I forgot I got this. I ordered some window cling, like rainbow window sunlight catchers to do in our dining room, and I am so excited about it. I'm gonna cut it out so it fits our dining room like door windows. Our dining room gets so much sunlight in the morning. I seriously feel like it's gonna be filled up with rainbows when I put this on. I'm so excited. Woo, I got lots of books. Okay, so I'm so excited. I'll show you this, and then I'll also show you I have a few more that I ordered. I'm participating in the graphic novel readathon coming up. I think it's called Let's Get Graphic, and I will link who's hosting it down below. It's like a 24-hour read as many as you can, graphic novels, mangas, comics, and I think it actually is starting the day that I'm posting this video. So I'm really excited. I've kind of been stocking up on some graphic novels that I've wanted for a long time. Ooh, I just love like graphic novels. I love holding them. I love seeing their spines. The first one that I have is called Garlic and the Vampire, and it looks so stinking cute. The next one is so beautiful. Like I cannot get over the cover. It's called Girl from the Sea. Look at how stunning that is. I can't stop staring at it. This one looks so funny. It's been on my list forever. It's called Be Prepared. This next one, again, adorable. Like they all have been. This one's called The Okay Witch. Oh my gosh, look at that cat. And then this next one, actually, let me go grab the other books before I talk about this one. So I wanted to talk about both these books because they are obviously together, and I had so many people comment on these when I posted them on my Instagram. They are the Amelia's Notebooks books, and if you're anything like me, you read these when you were a little kid. And these are about, I don't remember how old Amelia was, like 8 or 9, yeah. And oh my gosh, these are the cutest books ever. I remember like wanting to be Amelia. Basically, like these are her notebooks as she's in school and she talks about people and her family. But there's also a lot of like art, and it's so stinking adorable. I can't wait to like revisit these books. This next one is called Frizzy. Look at how freaking cute she is. The color palette in this, pinks, purples, blues, love it. Can't wait to read it. This next one is called Crumbs. And this one I have seen a lot of people pick up, especially I think they picked it up. I'm trying not to get the glare. I think a lot of people picked this up for the fall time this last year. This one has been on my list for way, way too long. This is called Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. I'm super, super excited to get to this one. This also is like a regular novel. They made it into a graphic novel as well. And then this one is like, so pretty. It's called The Sprite and the Gardener. This is my everything. This color palette is my whole world. It's so stunning. Oh gosh, they're so heavy. Oh no. All of these. I want to read all of these and more in 24 hours. That is the plan. And I will be vlogging, so hopefully everything does go to plan. We'll find out. But I'm so excited about all of these. Okay, I'm not gonna drop them. The time has come to find out who is going to win in the battle of the books. All right, I'm being ridiculous. We know the drill. My prediction is The Housemaid. Drum roll, please. And the winner is The Housemaid. Woo! And I think my prediction was that it was gonna win at 56%. Pretty sure that's what I said. Won by 54%. I was so close. I should have stuck with my original number of 53. I was so close. I would have been happy, seriously, with either of these, but I'm really, really excited to read this. I was talking to my friend Summer a few days ago, and she said something about how this book is like a popcorn read, and I love that phrase. I've never heard that before, but like, it's just kind of one of those books that you kind of can't put down. This is about an unhinged housemaid. Honestly, it sounds like the wife of the family that she is a housemaid for also sounds somewhat unhinged. The back of the book describes it that the wife kind of like makes messes on purpose, does things on purpose to like make this housemaid clean up after her. But then the housemaid also sort of has this like infatuation with her husband who seems really broken. And one day she tries on like one of the wife's dresses and she gets caught. And then I think she lives in their house, like up in the attic, and the door locks from the outside. But then there's also this sort of like, but we don't know what this housemaid is capable of. I'm gonna find the audiobook, of course, but I think while I listen to it, I'm gonna keep working on my kitchen. So I know I've already talked for 10 years in this clip, but I'm gonna keep talking for a little while longer because I am redoing my kitchen a little bit. So this kitchen, I really love, honestly. A lot of people have said like, oh, it's so cute and small. I think it's huge. It's not huge. It is pretty small. But compared to our last house where we had this much counter space, like this was it, period, for the whole kitchen, it was awful. This kitchen is a dream to me. It has so much counter space, lots of cabinets, lots of windows, so like so much natural light, which you don't always find in kitchens. I love it. But it's very plain and it's not like my favorite aesthetically. When we first moved in here, one of the first things I did was change out the hardware to be gold. I knew I wanted to change the backsplash, the countertops, paint the cabinets, all of that stuff, but obviously that takes a lot of money. So what I've been doing, I've actually been updating the backsplash with these vinyl peel and stick subway tiles. I will link them below. Oh my gosh, easiest things to work with ever. Like I've used wallpaper, contact paper, stuff like that. These are awesome. I have like put them down and taken them off and put them back multiple times. They're great. Highly recommend using these if you want to change your backsplash. I actually think they also look pretty good. And then the other thing that I have been working on is the countertops. I hate these countertops. They're just not my favorite. They're like gray, brown, weird laminate, like stained in places. It's just not cute. I would love to get like a butcher block kind of countertop, but that'll have to wait. So in the meantime, I have been doing also peel and stick contact paper. I only did it on this one section by our microwave and it looks so cute. It looks exactly like how I wanted it to look, how it was like looking in my mind. I love it. But when I tell you that this one section of countertop took me a solid 30 to 45 minutes. Like I messed up so much. I would say it's pretty cheap. It's pretty thin. You really want to be careful not to stretch it out too much. Our counters also have this weird like edge on the back. So I think I need to do that part separately because doing that together with the counter, it was like a whole thing. Anyway, the most fun is that I'm trying to paint my cabinets pink, as you can see, but I haven't found the right color pink. Like that is way too pink. I'm not looking for that kind of pink. I want like this dusty rose kind of pink. So I went to Lowe's, I got more samples. This first one is probably the most promising. It's called Semi Precious and it's this really pretty darker rose pink kind of shade that I'm looking for. I really like it. I'll do a better B-roll clip of this. This next one that I have is one that I see all over Instagram and it's called Romance by Sherwin-Williams. It's very beautiful. It's a really pretty blush pink. I think I'll be using this for other things, but I don't know if I want to use it for my kitchen. And then this other one was a little bit of a risk, but I'm really drawn to this color for some reason. It's called Arizona Dusk and it's much more of like a cinnamon peach pink orange kind of vibe. It's really beautiful. I, again, don't know if I'm going to do it for my kitchen, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do test samples on all the cabinets and we're going to see if any of these work. Cross your fingers. I really hope they do because I really just want to find the paint and start painting. Like I'm kind of tired of looking at this. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to finally start this book and let you know my thoughts along the way. Happy weekend! taking a break, finally. It's 6 o'clock. I'm already so tired. Painting is so hard. I've never painted a kitchen before, and I'm slowly realizing that it's as much of a pain as people say that it is. But I'm in it for the long haul, honestly. Like, I don't have any pressure to get this done tomorrow, so I'm just gonna take my time and do what I can when I can. I ended up working on more of the trim because I did decide on the color that I want. I'm gonna go with the Semi-Precious. I think it's called Semi-Precious, and it's by Sherwin-Williams. And it's this really beautiful, like, deeper rusty rose color. It's kind of exactly what I've been looking for. I wanted something a little bit darker and a little bit moodier, but still pink, obviously. I have been listening to the book while I've been working. So I have 3.5 hours left. I've been listening on 1.6 times speed. This book is interesting. Some things that I previously thought reading the synopsis are already a little bit different. I thought that the housemaid herself was going to be very unhinged. Like, I thought she was gonna be kind of like the weird one, maybe the one with like some skeletons in her closet. And like, she is, because she has a past. And I don't want to say any spoilers, so I won't. But it's much more the wife. The wife definitely does things seemingly on purpose to this housemaid. Her name is Millie, and the wife's name is Nina. Now, Nina does things like make a huge mess in the middle of the night in the kitchen, and then Millie has to clean it up. And Millie's like, why is she awake in the middle of the night making a mess for me to clean up? And the wife like blames Millie, and she doesn't stand up for herself because she really needs the job, so she doesn't like defend herself whatsoever. The other interesting dynamic is between Millie and the husband. His name is Andrew. They definitely have like a chemistry, like there's something going on. Now, the thing that I'll say about the husband is that he just seems too good to be true, to be honest. Like, I think he's sus, and I feel like my prediction is that there's something going on with him. I have a prediction that I really want to say, but I feel like it might spoil it for some people, like, or it could put it in someone's head if they haven't read it yet. So I'm gonna put a little like spoilers thing up on the screen right here, and when it is up, I'm talking about spoilers, and when it's gone, you can listen again if you don't want to hear any spoilers or you don't want to hear my prediction. My prediction halfway through this book is that the husband is actually doing a ton of the stuff that the wife, Nina, is being blamed for. Like, Nina's not actually as unstable as she seems, and she really thinks that the housemaid is doing the stuff, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not explaining that well, but I feel like because we're not actually seeing her, like we never see her in any of the parts of the book make a mess. We don't actually see her do that. But we do see like some inconsistencies with how she says things and stuff, but we don't actually see her like tearing the house apart, at least not that I can remember. So I kind of feel that like the husband is doing it, and then like it's creating this really bad relationship between Nina and Millie. I don't know. That's my prediction. We'll see. I will also say there definitely is a little bit of a focus on Nina's body. I don't know if they've used this phrase yet. Let herself go. I hate that phrase. There is definitely like some spotlight like on her body and like how she's gained weight. It even says like, oh, she gained X amount of pounds. She's up so many dress sizes. There's definitely numbers being associated with her body, and like people are talking about her body. And I mean, I never like that. I just hate stuff like that in books. I hate stuff like that anywhere. I don't know why it's needed. I feel like I read a comment somewhere that did say it actually gets explained at the end, like it's for a reason. I mean, either way, I just don't love reading about focusing on body types at all, or making a body type seem like it's wrong or bad or anything other than just a body. Okay, so apparently it's a really good mail day for me. I actually have more boxes to unbox with y'all. So I got my book of the month box. I think I got 3 books this time, and then I got something else kind of random, but I'm excited to show you guys. I also forgot to tell y'all that I got some plants while I was at Lowe's yesterday, and I will get to those in a second. I don't remember what I actually got from book of the month. So let's find out together. Ooh, I forgot about one of them. Like, I really forgot about one of them. Okay, so the first one that I got is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And then the other book that I got is Georgie All Along. Look at how cute she is on the cover. And then the one that I'm probably the most excited for is The Writing Retreat. I'm so excited about this. It's a thriller that takes place, bunch of writers, writing retreat, probably out somewhere in the cold and the snow. Look how trippy that is. That's so interesting. Yeah, super excited for all of these though. Okay, and then next, show you this guy. This is so random. It kind of goes with the theme of me working on my kitchen. So, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know what this is. I got a toaster! We have not owned a toaster our entire marriage. Do you know how annoying it has been to go almost 6 years without a toaster? Okay, granted, we had a toaster oven for the first like 3 years, and then we moved back to Wisconsin. I mentioned our tiny counter space. We didn't have any counter space for our toaster oven, which is like massive. So we never used it, and then when we moved to this house, I didn't want it taking up space. I didn't grow up with a toaster oven. I would love to know from y'all in the comments. Are you like a toaster oven person? Because my husband loves toaster ovens. I'm like, I could take it or leave it. I want a toaster. So anyway, we compromised. We got an air fryer, and that does a lot too. And you can kind of like honestly put toast in the air fryer as well, but it's just not, it's not the same. And this toaster is purple. It's so pretty. What the heck? She's a little dented. Oh, that's sad. Oh my gosh. Look it. I don't know how well this color is going to pick up on camera, but it's purple. It is a lavender toaster. Oh my gosh. So this is from Drew Barrymore's kitchen appliance line at Walmart. I saw the other day someone that I follow posted that she was coming out with lavender appliances, and I just knew that I needed the toaster, and so here we are, a purple toaster. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to make toast. Okay, now to tell you about my plants really quick. So I got 2 plants yesterday from Lowe's that I meant to tell you about and completely forgot. One of them, I'm pretty sure I already managed to kill. I'm not even kidding. I did stop quickly at Walmart before I went home. So the plants did sit in the car for a little bit, but I really did not think that it was going to affect them because it was not for a long time, but I literally think that I may have killed this plant already. Less than 24 hours, like how is that possible? Anyway, I'll show you the live one first. It's this super, super cute guy. Look at his little leaves. He's a little baby. He fits just like right here in the palm of my hand. I forgot what this one's called already. Exotic angel plant. White butterfly arrowhead plant. Full name? Oh no, I'm gonna butcher this. Syngonium podophyllum. Phylum. Syngonium podophyllum. I don't know, but he's cute, right? I love him. He doesn't look real. Love him. He's so cute. Welcome. Welcome to the pack. He's doing great. He's thriving. Now, the other one that I got is a Caleithia. I think that's how you pronounce them. And if I manage to actually kill this plant already, this will be the second Caleithia that I have killed. Clearly, like, they're either temperamental or I just, like, they're not for me. But he's really cute. He was perfect when I left Lowe's. Look at how gorgeous. Like, what even? And like there's some new growth happening right here. So that's why I got him, because I was like, oh look, he's like clearly healthy. There's new growth going on. And then none of this. Do you see like this? It's all crumpled up leaves. These were not like this when I brought him home yesterday. And then this afternoon, I checked on him and these are already like crumpled up and dying. There's some over here too. This is called a pink star Caleithia. And he sounds easy to take care of. Like they do want a lot of sunlight, but not direct sunlight. So they put him in a room that's got a lot of sun that does come in, but not a lot of direct sun. It can make like the leaves not as vibrant. I did water him a little bit ago. I was like, okay, maybe he's like really thirsty. The soil was dry, so I did water him. But I can't get over that some of these already like are withering and dying, and I think it's because of the cold. I am bummed about that. I will definitely check in and let y'all know if I manage to keep him alive. He's so cute. And he was $20. So Please live. Well, like I said, it's 6 o'clock, so I think I'm going to take a break for dinner, and then I'm gonna go ahead and keep listening to the audiobook. I am now at chapter 38. I have 2.5 hours left of the audiobook. This book, okay, this might be a little bit spoilery again, so I'm gonna put it up here because I have to talk about it. I can't not talk about it. This book is The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. It's the same book. I just got to part 2, and I'm listening to the wife's side of things. I'm gonna be so annoyed if this is just a watered down version of The Last Mrs. Parrish. That is one of my favorite thriller books of like all time. I read it before I got on BookTube, but it's like the first book that got me into like domestic mystery thrillers. I can't. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it a night for this book and finish the rest tomorrow. Part 2 is a good place to pause at. I have feelings. I feel like this is possibly going in the exact same direction as one of my other favorite books. I like kind of saw it coming, but not fully, and I feel silly for not. I'm definitely like getting angry at all of the characters. Every single one of them. I don't know, I can't get it out of my head that this is like the same book as one of my other favorites. I was not expecting that. We'll see. I could still be wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm really tired. We'll finish the book tomorrow and see what happens. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just got home from church, Lowe's, grocery shopping, and then just ate some lunch, and now I'm ready to hop back into this book. I was trying to think of what else to update y'all on, but it's been a pretty easy morning. Church was lovely as usual, and Lowe's was great. I got the paint. I'm so excited to make progress. So sweet and so puppy. I'm gonna put all of this into the vlog. Andrew just got home. Hi, honey. Hi. How are you? Good.
What's she talking about?
Wouldn't you like to know? I was talking about you.
No.
No, I wasn't. I obviously likely won't finish painting the kitchen by the end of the night, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, I have it linked down below. I'm not on my previous Instagram, by the way. I meant to say this in like all of my last videos. I'm on my personal Instagram permanently. A lot more people followed me on my book Instagram, but I'm no longer on that one or using that one. So make sure you're following me at the correct one that I am using. If you want to check out the kitchen progress, I will definitely be posting it there. I'm very, very excited to have a pink kitchen. It's gonna look so cute. So yeah, I think Andrew and I are just gonna chill the rest of the day, maybe clean a little bit. Oh, I do have a yummy dinner planned, which I don't cook ever. I'm very blessed. Not only does Andrew like to cook, and like he can cook, but he's really, really good at cooking. So he makes most of our meals, like our dinners and things. But I saw this really easy, it looked easy and like simple recipe. It's tomato gnocchi with like bruschetta cheese. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I'll link the recipe. I'll do some B-roll. It's gonna look good. Well, it might not look good, but it's gonna taste good. Well, it might not taste. I hope it tastes good and I hope it looks good. We'll just see how it goes. Okay, I just finished. Oh my goodness. This book. I can't tell if I really, really liked it or really hated it, to be honest. I completely understand why so many people enjoy this book. I get it. It's very entertaining. The pacing is well done. It's written well. it's definitely like just one of those purely entertaining books. I enjoyed it mostly. If you like kind of wild, out there, domestic thrillers, good pacing, easy to read, you would like this book. It's also one of those books that like doesn't bode well to dissecting too much because it's truly just one of those like popcorn books. Like it's not trying to make a point. This book is just trying to entertain you 100%. That's it. And it does that job. The author does that job. I knew that a sequel was coming out for this and I was like, how are they going to make a second book about this? Like, where is this gonna go? And I will say I was pleasantly surprised by like the ending and how it's leading up to what the second book is going to be about. I think that's kind of fun. It's not one of those books that you want to sit there and dissect because there are some things that I do feel are very problematic when it comes to this book, like clearly. And I could easily let those sway kind of over the enjoyment. I think it's worth mentioning though that there are some problematic aspects of this book. I don't want to reveal too much because of spoilers, but I think overall, entertaining, fast-paced. I probably will pick up the second one if I'm being honest. I liked our main character, Millie. I think if you're looking to be entertained, this is a great one to pick up. I did want to mention, because I know I mentioned it earlier, about some of the fat phobia in this book. It's definitely apparent. Domestic thrillers, you can't really escape it. There is usually some kind of conversation around someone's body type. This didn't make the book less entertaining for me in the long run, but there were parts where I was like, ooh, how long are we gonna like keep talking about this, keep bringing it up? And there was a time where she said, I let myself go, and we already know how I feel about that. I do feel like they could have displayed the wife becoming more and more unstable and not having to have it relate to her body in any way. Like that's my whole argument to when people's bodies are discussed in books negatively for no other reason than to promote them being uglier, more unattractive. I think they could have easily, like they talked about her roots growing out or like lipstick on her teeth and stuff like that, like becoming a little bit more disheveled versus like, oh, she's gained 50 pounds and like she really let herself go in order to become more unattractive. It was a little bit like, why? Just why? I feel like I want to talk so much more about it, but like I don't want to spoil much. It's hard not to talk about this book without spoiling it, but overall it was entertaining. I totally understand why people wanted me to read it. I thought it was a fun read. I feel weird saying fun read. I think if I had to give it a star rating, I would give it a 3, solid 3. It was fine, it was enjoyable. It did have something in this book that was like a little bit triggering for me personally to read about, so it does affect my overall enjoyment, but overall it was an entertaining book and I am glad I read it. It was fun. It was a good one to spend my weekend doing a lot of painting with. Okay, well, with that, I'm gonna end the vlog. Thank you so much for helping me to choose what to read this weekend. I had a lot of fun with y'all on Instagram. I mentioned it earlier, but definitely make sure to follow me on my correct Instagram if you want to connect there. I'm on my stories a lot. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this idea. I was just looking for something to kind of shake things up and help me pick something else out to read this weekend. So thank you for joining in if you did. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon in my next video. Bye!